is changing the narrative one episode at a time.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Narrative Podcast. And I'm your host, Halsey Allen. Hope you had a great, productive week. I know I did. Welcome all my narrators. Welcome anybody new or unfamiliar with my platform. Welcome. Thanks for deciding to check me out today. Today is my normal broadcast day. During the weekday, I just choose random times to go live to tap in with you. But this is, a consistent thing for me every single weekend. I do my broadcast in its complete full format, which I will go over with you briefly in a second. I just gotta run it down and explain to all my new listeners what my platform is actually about. So on to that. First and foremost, start with the name, Narrative Podcast. I came up with that name because I feel, in my opinion, that the media kind of projects a false narrative of original people and original culture. I will get to the original part in just a second. But so I feel like they paint us and portray us in the most negative light possible. It is not at all coincidental. It is not all, done on an accident. It's intentionally done to, make us seem a certain way, to make us seem unintelligent, to make us seem lazy, to make us seem hostile. And these negative images and distorted views of us kind of impact people around us and also gives us a negative self-image and perception of ourselves. So having all these factors in mind, this is why I create this platform to destroy these negative stereotypes that's destroying our community and destroying us as a whole, as a people. So what I want to do is create a platform where I'm, highlighting and showcasing us at our best, highlighting, showcasing all our successes, all our attributes, everything we contribute to the human experience here on Earth, and what makes us so great and what makes us us. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm also, on this platform, destroying the negative stereotypes, debunking myths about us, destroying negative stereotypes about us, and, basically just being pro-us. That's what I'm doing here. That's my mission on my platform, my ultimate takeaway. I want my listeners to do is realize the importance of sharing positive content. Because basically the media is, fueling all these negative stereotypes about us. They're generating and creating and perpetuating the negative stereotypes. So, and what is that doing to us as a people? Well, you can look in our community as a people when you see us on us violence. Like I, for one, I am tired of seeing, grieving mothers, scrolling down the timeline, seeing the RIP T-shirts for senseless violence, because they just ingrained it into us that that's what we're supposed to do to each other, that's normal life. You see, I can go real super deep. It's a learned behavior, and we did not perceive each other like that. We didn't do the things that we're currently doing to each other right now, originally, When we started out in creation, that's a learned behavior that we picked up from people that did not resemble us. And so while you cannot blame all your problems on, the system or, the powers that be and, other people, you can definitely, when it comes to my people, we can definitely bring a large percentage of it on it. So, what I'm attempting to do on my platform is to kind of find the medium, basically just empower, impact, motivate us, edify us, and, speak positivity, over our people, over our situations, over our circumstances by providing positive frames of reference about our people and our culture. So what I don't do is gossip and drag people. I might have a little key here and there. What I will do if one of us is doing something to, make all of us as a people, look bad, I will call out that type of behavior. I've done it several times on my platform. I'm over 100 episodes in. You can go through my episode logs. So, when I am doing it, it's never from a place of maliciousness. It's never from a place of, wanting to tear down somebody. And I definitely don't think I'm perfect and I'm infallible and I'm super righteous. I'm just, here, just like walking the path, doing my best to just basically, help edify my people. So that's what my platform is about in a nutshell. Now, going back to the original thing, I just recently had an epiphany about the word black. And, it's not a self-hate thing. I'm not ashamed of being black. It's actually a self-awareness thing. We did not choose that word for us to describe who we are as a people. This word was given to us. Like somebody just randomly said, you guys are black. And then you go into a dictionary or a thesaurus and you will see, all these negative nouns, pronouns, adjectives, and other describing words to describe the word black. And the proof is in the pudding. By saying black, what it's doing to our community. You can just look and see, like, all, just the bleak, dismal condition we're in, not just here in America, but worldwide. We are making strides. We are excelling in a lot of areas, but then, we're failing and needing the help in certain other areas. And part of that reason is because, the power of words, perception, what it suggests to your psyche. When you're saying the word black, it symbolizes with death. It symbolizes with destruction. It symbolizes and is affiliated and associated with, darkness and hopelessness and disease and just a whole lot of negative things. But the inverse of that would be original, because this is a fact. It's not an opinion. It's an absolute proven, like litmus paper proven fact that we were and are the original beings on this planet. There's not one place on this planet that we didn't originally inhabit. I don't know what happened over time, how the credit went to other people, but we was definitely first. We taught all other races and origins how to survive in the world. We was the first architects. We was the first scholars. We was the first teachers, mathematicians, journeymen, masons, just any type of trade you can think of. We were the first. And that's something to always be prideful about. And that's something always that will inspire positivity, being original. No one else like you. You're original. So that's why I refer to this as the original man and the original woman on my platform. Now, if I'm reading an article and it says in the article black, or, I might just say black, you know what I mean? If I'm reading the article, um, like if the article says black woman or black man, da 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 da, whatever, I'll probably say it then. But pretty much, if it's just a sentiment coming from myself on this platform, I will say original man, original woman. That's how that works on here. Um, all right, so now my philosophy behind saying original. I'm going to move into this content. So basically, for all my new listeners, my narrators, they already know the deal. My podcast is broken up into sections. In each section, I have a speaking point. I came up with the section because when I started podcasting, I didn't know the first thing about it. I didn't have a niche. I didn't have, a core target audience. I was just talking to get some stuff off my chest. As I started building momentum and getting more feedback, I started to, laser focus my content so that I'm not all over the place when I'm speaking. And just it makes it just flow nicer. My content flow nicer, and then to help resonate with you and build your anticipation for my next broadcast. So like if you're following along, and then you don't have to what section am I on, what what I mean. So I'm already announcing what section I'm on, what I'm talking about. You'll never be like lost listening to me. So that's why I, divvied it up into sections. Just nice and neatly packaged, really just cohesive and, just got a good flow about it. So that's why I broke it up into sections. I describe each section as I come to them when I begin. But before I begin, I want to get a disclaimer out of the way right now. This podcast is monetized. I have ad rolls. I'm recording right now, so I don't know what ads they're going to put where. I don't know when the ad rolls will begin. Sometimes they occur in mid-speech, so just be aware of that when you're listening to my podcast. But the ad rolls helps, for the monetization equals money, hits an algorithm and all that, and so I can grow my platform and platform off and to do other things so I can be, more benefit because I consider myself for the people. So can help the people if I can't help myself. So I got to, that's where the money's going to go. Better equipment, better experience, help me platform off into video and other avenues so I can do more. All right. And before I do jump into the content, I do want to, I did a live on Thursday, but I was looking in the notes and I forgot to record an article that I thought was really, really nice. So I just want to briefly go over that and then I'll dive right into the content. Hello? Yeah, I'm still here. I'm just punching it up right quick. All right. So The article, the headline reads, it just says, becomes the first autistic, NASCAR driver, proves doubters wrong. It's about a 19-year-old named Armani Williams, and he just recently became a NASCAR driver. He was diagnosed with autism at age 2, and he's from Grosse Pointe, Michigan. So typically, if you know anything about autism, they have the flailing arms, they have a hard time articulating or in speaking and, putting together whole sentences. It's really like, it's, I don't want to say sad, it's just, they have a difficult life. But this young man, he wanted to do something, and he didn't let anything stop him. So taught himself how to drive. He's a NASCAR race car driver now. So I did want to share that on my live on Thursdays, because that's what the entire lives are dedicated to. From when I find positive articles, I share with the listeners, and that's kind of another focal point on my podcast. Is I want to inspire people to share positive content like that. So, all righty then. On to the content. I know I keep saying when I get to the content, but I'm at the content now, guys. All right. So my first section is the promotional section. In this section, what I'll be doing is promoting original people that own and operate their own business or have a product or a service that they need promoted. And to receive free promotion from me, the reason why I'm giving the free promotion is to do my part to help circulate businesses or circulate the original people dollar in the original people community. So, which will help us grow, which will help us stay empowered, and not be so dependent on the powers that be that don't want us to be independent. Quite frankly, us or anybody else, but especially us. So anyway, if you need or would like some free promotion for your business, product, or service, hit me up at passionwebmail@poeticpassion.host. In the subject bar, type promo. Yep, promo. That's all you type. Body of the email, tell me, be specific as possible. Tell me a little bit about yourself, business, product, or service, what's your educational background? Why did you decide to, go into this business? Or why are you selling this particular product? Or, providing this particular service? If you got a brick and mortar location, include hours of operation, capacity size, how much can your building hold? Give like the complete experience of that. Of course, if your business is online, give the address, the email address, the webmail, how to contact you, different departments, telephone number, etc. All the important stuff. So I can give you a proper drop on my platform. So I can just really do a good job at promoting and selling you and your business. So it's here if you want to. I do have a following. I'm getting larger and larger, you know what I mean? I'm not going to disclose the numbers, but I'm growing. So yeah, that'll do it for the free promotion section. And I just hit you again. Hit me up at passionwebmail@poeticpassion.host. Subject bar, type promo. I already told you all the other details that you need to include when you email. Second section, at the same exact email address, and the way I'm separating the two is through the subject bars. So make sure you type, which one you want in the subject bar. What I was about to say, okay. It is my promotional contest that I'm running right now. It is called the Chew on This contest. And basically, it's a promotional, I don't like saying gimmick, because I don't want to feel like I'm just, capping I'm not capping. It's just like something I want to do to, inspire participation to the people listening to me. So like a way to interact with you guys until I get a hotline and, all that good jazz and a live and all that good jazz set up. So I'm still kind of green, but I do have it steady, my numbers are steady every week. It's like the same people are listening, plus new ones grow. Like every time I do a podcast, I'm over 100 episodes in right now. So, my numbers keep getting bigger. So I'm obviously doing something right. But anyway, this is just a way for me to tap in with you guys to inspire some, listener participation, reward you, an incentive. It's an incentive to like keep you, the ones that's been supporting me, to keep the support, and then entice people that have never heard of me to like want to tune in and listen to the content until I transition over into video. To enter the contest, all you're doing is participating in the contest topic. The contest is called Chew on This. And the topic is share your most recent Shopping While Black experience. Now, Shopping While Black is something that we've all experienced here in America and abroad, and something we will continue to experience. It's as old as time itself. It's really unfortunate. And it's going to continue to happen. Now, it didn't really happen here in America. I can't speak for abroad when we had our own communities before we integrated, But after, we integrated, we lost all that. We had to get subjected to, bad treatment, getting followed around places of retail as if we're going to steal something. Rude customer service. Some places, like if they're privately owned, they'll just straight up tell you we don't want your business, and they'll tell you exactly why they don't want your business. Then they can be as rude and crude as they want to in some states. But yeah, though, we're getting better. We're becoming more independent, but we still have to keep that conversation going. And so on my platform is a good way to do it. Is to have some open dialogue. I might read a real good response if I hear a real good one. So to enter the contest, all you do is hit me up at passionwebmail@poeticpassion.host. In the subject. In the subject bar, type Shopping While Black or SWB in all caps. Body of the email, tell me your most recent Shopping While Black experience. Include your mailing address so I know where to send your snack, and then tell me what type of snack you would like. And that's how you would enter the contest. And Yeah, and you will get your reward, a bulk supply of your favorite snack, not just like one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tease you like that. I'm gonna give you a get right pack. So yeah, and that will conclude it. My promotional section and my shopping while black sections. Now diving directly right into the content. So basically, now those are like my little preliminary sections. The actual sections, how we get the ball rolling on here, is my highlight section. In this section, what I'm doing is highlighting businesses um, that are rooted in the community and actually give back and provide for the community. And I'm just wanting us to like support people to support us, basically. So some people don't really deserve support, but the businesses that I highlight in this section definitely deserve the support. Types of businesses that I highlight are just regular people, with little to no college education, little to no finance, um, little to no business experience previous to opening their own business. Basically, all the businesses I highlight is just people that got sick and tired of being sick and tired. They stepped out on faith and decided to, pursue their passion, open a business, and do something that they love with the rest of their life. So it's no shade to people working 9 to 5s. It's definitely not, saying that what worked for them will necessarily work for you in your situation. Everybody's different. Everybody's situation is different. This is just, like I said, my platform is dedicated to providing positive frames of reference. So this is just to put it out here that it can be done. Like if you want to do it, it can be done. This person did it. Because like I said, they weaponize this media and all these images. They're always showing us downtrodden and destitute and dusty and just can't do for self and, can't get off that treadmill. But yet somehow some people always find a way to do it, break that bond and, make it happen and make it do what it do. So that's what this section is dedicated to. And also the businesses that I highlight, they pay into the community. They have their own nonprofit organization or pay into a nonprofit organization and donate back to the community. So I try to look for like the most unique background stories of, the transitional, like what they went through to start the business, their story, like what inspired them to start a business. I try to give you the whole like background story, the whole dynamic, the whole thought process behind it in this section. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. If there's just nothing on the website or nothing, if I can't pull nothing up, to, help me show like the thought process of whatever business they decide to start, I can't do it. But that's what I try to do in that section. So, and then lastly, the businesses align up with my current theme. And my current theme for this month is the season of fall or autumn, whichever you prefer. So yeah, no further ado, jumping into the highlight section with the highlighted businesses. All right, so my first order of business in the season of fall, what I'm thinking is, like people like do a lot more cooking at home. So you would definitely in the fall, you would want to stock your pantry up with non-perishable items. And then especially with the times we're living in now, especially after what just happened, you definitely want to always keep your non-perishable items at, maximum, because you never know when they'll hit that button again. Because if you've been keeping up the things that they're doing to the crops and the farmers, like they even going at the Amish, trying to get people to like destroy their crops, and it's just a good idea to keep your pantry stocked up. So that's what I was thinking. I was originally thinking soups, just specifically soup companies, but I couldn't find a whole lot of those. There was organically from the top to the bottom, original people owned. It's like I found a couple, but then they got other entities attached to them. And on my platform, in that section, what I try to do is, try to highlight people owned and operated from the top to the bottom. Not that there's nothing wrong with having, business partners and business entities. It's not, an original man or original woman, because it's about getting your money, owning your own business. But you know what I'm saying? Just for my purposes of inspirational purposes, that's the whole purpose behind this section, is to inspire. But anyway, first original people owned business I will be highlighting in this section is Agunsi. So not to be confused with, the dish Egusi, but it definitely has those roots. The founder is Nigerian. It's based out in New York. Currently, she's focusing on vegan product. So like all of her soups are vegan, dairy free, no additives, no preservatives. So it doesn't have a long shelf life, but it definitely, she got the, the traditional spices and herbs. So she got the taste nailed down. So the product is called, I already said it, Agunsi. The website is called Agunsi Food, and the founder or the creator is Yesmi Asuwan. I believe I said her name right. If I mispronounced it, my bad. She is Nigerian. She moved here to the States at age 15. She went to attended the University of Massachusetts. She began her her food journey actually in college, because I guess she was always, like snacking on, food from her homeland, and people was always curious and wanting to try it. Like, what's that? Probably seeing her eating something, probably like seeing her eating some fufu or gunse or, all the Nigerian dishes. And I was like, oh, what's that? What's that? So she decided to capitalize on that and just always cook spreads. She would tell them, with each dish and, have people like buy the ingredients. She would prepare it like a big family style feast on the dorm room. And after she graduated, she started doing pop-ups in New York, the Lower East Side, I believe. And then years later, bam, lo and behold, Agunsi Foods was born. So clap it up for Yemisi and Agunsi. All right. The next product I will be highlighting is Good Food. Established in 2003, creator is Emily Johnson. She got inspired to start the brand. Oh, let me back up a bit. It's family owned and operated. So, and the initiative behind that is to, provide healthy food at an affordable price. She got inspired by Michelle Obama's MOVE initiative, which focused on eating more healthy. Some things they do to contribute to the community. She has supplied Chicago public schools with cereal. She also does some type of drive where she does dessert drives, donating desserts to different organizations, donating products to the less fortunate. And, anyone in need. And I couldn't find too much more about her aspirations, like far as expansion and more philanthropy that she wants to do. But it is original people owned, top to the bottom. She is taking care of the community, doing some type of philanthropy, some type of giving back. So she checks all the boxes. That's why she made it on the list. And so definitely check out Good Food brand, canned food brand. So give a warm narrative round of applause for Good Food. And good, oh yeah, the website is www.goodfood.com. And the way they got good spelled is with an E. It's just, the regular spelling of it, but just an E after the end of it. So just make sure when you're typing it in, put that E at the end of it, or, the product's not going to pop up. All right, and on to my next. Oh, yeah, forgot to clap it up for her. I gotta say, guys, I am getting better at my timing. Like when I first started, I used to just take so long. Like my podcast would be like, I literally got some episodes a little bit over 2 hours, but I've really been practicing and working on my timing. So I can't even believe I'm at the last one already. And then I actually even had time to, do something that I forgot to do on my live. So that's really good. And I feel real good about today's broadcast. Because another thing about, I'm trying to make this like time efficient. I don't want to just, keep stumbling and talking in circles. I want to get to the meat. All right. Lastly is a nationally recognized brand. I'm not really going to give the background story, go in depth about it, because like I said, it's a national brand. The story's like right on the website, but definitely support this brand. You're talking about flavor, you're talking about seasoning, you're talking about history. I'm going to say Sylvia's Soul Food brand. Now, Sylvia started out as a restaurant in Harlem, New York in the 60s. They actually had a physical brick and mortar location. Since then, they've started canned food side dishes like you see them in the grocery stores, like just all type of soul food. The black eyed peas, the butter beans, the yams, all that. So definitely support Sylvia as they give back to the community. Is pretty much at this point a national treasure. At the original Sylvia's, they hosted a lot of political strategy meetings. So it is part of history, our history. So definitely support Sylvia's Soul Food brand. And that's all the businesses I have to highlight in this section today. And now we will go on to my next section. My next section is called the Spotlight section. In this section, what I'll be doing is spotlighting an entertainer, somebody in the entertainment industry. It's usually an actor, an actress, a recording artist, comedians, athletes, writers, producers, you name it. Just if they're in the public eye, public figures, if they're in the public eye, they got a public platform, I probably spotlight them. The types of people I spotlight are just people, to speak on the cause, speak unapologetically about our issues, social issues, political issues, socioeconomic issues, just basically for us. The way they carry and conduct themselves, giving back, doing philanthropy, inspiring, motivating, just being an all-around good brother, all-around good sister, and just doing whatever they can for the cause. And again, the power of words. I say the cause on my platform. I don't say the struggle, because if you say the struggle, you will feel like you're struggling. All right, so and then another thing before I go into it, I've been saying it and I gotta keep saying it. I was the one that began the wave of spotlighting, because before I started spotlighting, nobody on the internet, no YouTube channels, nobody had just a whole section dedicated to a spotlight. In the spotlight section, what I'm doing is giving the roses. There's select few podcasts here and there to have their guests on, but like special guests, but never an entire section just dedicated to an individual, giving them their roses while they're here. I started the way for that, and that makes me feel good because I know I'm inspiring and I'm motivating, and I want to take away from whoever listens, how important it is to, speak positively and edify our people. You know what I mean? Show we can get along. Show we can carry ourselves with poise and grace and dignity and decorum, and congratulate each other in those times. When we're winning. Not always be at odds against each other and always be like hateful towards one another. So yeah, I'm glad I started that way. But anyway, so on to the spotlight section. The artist I will be spotlighting today is none other than the very soulful, very sultry, very powerful, impactful, graceful, elegant, naturally beautiful Miss India Arie. So, born India Arie Simpson in Denver, Colorado, didn't say what year. She attended Savannah College of the Arts. And I'm just giving you a condensed version, so you can hit your Googles and get anything I missed, but I'm gonna just tell you why I selected her. First album, Acoustic Soul, 3 studio albums, Acoustic Soul, Testimony 1 and 2, So the way she came on the scene, she just like was dressed really, super earthy, super basic. She had a rap, Bantu rap, locks, very little to no makeup, and she had that breakout hit song. I believe it was called Supermodel or something like that. It's been so many years since I heard it. Let me punch it up right quick. I believe it was just called Supermodel. Let me see. Video, my bad. So she burst on the scene with video, and the words were just really compelling. Helping ladies, women, our sisters especially, uh, to empower them to embrace their natural features and hold their head up high. Um, it's still a mega anthem today for the, I guess, feminist movement. Um, But in her empowerment of the sisterhood, she is definitely has definitely not forgotten about brothers and how important it is, you know, for us to be included in that dynamic and stand in stride with the sisters. So she has definitely not throughout her career forgot us. She speaks on politics. She speaks on the cause. Um, just so dynamic, so intelligent. Um, the way she carries and conducts herself. Never heard nothing messy about her. Uh, I heard she once dated Chris Tucker. I don't know how that turned out, but it didn't turn out messy, obviously, because nothing ever like came of it. But you know, definitely just like I think icon is an understatement to describe her. And so, like I said, when I was spotlighting, Lauryn Hill a couple episodes ago, that's what's missing in the music right now. We need more Indias. We need more Laurens. We got enough. We got enough of this femme fatale. Like, yeah, I'm bad. I'm a baddie, but I pack a gaddy. You know what I mean? Like, I show my entire naked body, and I tote a weapon too. Like, we got enough of that. In twerk and all that, we got enough of that. And again, not casting no dispersions, not trying to sound all uppity for the sisters to do that type of genre of music. But we got enough of that. And definitely nothing against twerking, because I already said, it's all in the context. Like, what is the context we're talking about? At weddings, appropriate. Social gatherings like a nightclub, appropriate. Just on your timeline because it's Wednesday, that's an eyebrow raiser. But anyway, back to India.Arie, definitely just being a symbol for femininity and natural beauty. Um, we definitely need more of that in the industry, and the industry kind of shuns people like her. So, they got to get in and get out. But she definitely started a wave, a trend. She inspired so many young ladies. We need a resurgence of that because we got too much of this materialistic, like just low moral stuff going on. Or if it's not that, it's the over like, I'm so strong, I don't need a man at all type thing going on. But she definitely was the perfect medium, the perfect balance. She was super strong. Well, I know sisters don't want us to call them strong no more, and I know why. But you know, she just had that strength about her, and at the same time, it's just already implied that she also could be you know feminine when she need to be super feminine, super tender, around a man. So, you know, but basically, she's all around good sister. Definitely talented songstress. Um, Prideful about the craft. Like she played the acoustic guitar. Had a very nice singing voice. It seems like she takes her time and put a whole lot of thought processes behind all of her songs. Puts thought into everything, all her lyrics. You know what I mean? So we definitely need more of that because it's just like most of the music is just like literally just sounds all the same. It's just like they're saying the exact same thing over a different beat or a slightly modified version of the same beat. My opinion, like that's just we seeing too much of the same thing. All right, so clap it up for Miss India Ari. All right. My next section is called the health and wellness section. And in the health and wellness section, what I'll be doing is giving, tips on how to maintain a healthy, active, fit lifestyle. The reason why I do this section is because our people are targeted by so much. They're like doing all kinds of artificial things in this laboratory, putting things in the food, putting things in the air, putting things in our water, our drinking supply, that primarily targets our unique genetic makeup, aka our melanin. It either weakens it, breaks it down, rearranges it, or just completely destroys it. Affecting our overall health and our overall wellness. So, in this section, I want to like give just any advice that I can come up with, and I'm not like a health expert. I'm not a guru. I don't have any certifications, but just things I've incorporated in my life, and I've actually just seen, the change, and other people that know me have seen the change. So when I began my journey, I stopped and cut out a whole lot of things, and got me a regimen going. Changed my diet, and I'm definitely a whole different person. My speech patterns changed just from changing my diet, but just basically in this section, I'm just promoting armoring up because we're being attacked mentally, we're being attacked physically, spiritually. So I'm just trying to give tips in this section to, just keep us healthy, active, and fit. Because make no mistake, it is agenda to eradicate us. It is an agenda to destroy us. They mean to do this when they're putting all these harmful products in everything. It's not an accident. It's not a coincidence. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's a fact. Because if it's not a fact, because how come every time they come up with a dis-ease, they always say, original man or the original woman is the number one most at-risk whatever. Like we the number one at risk for heart disease. We're the number one at risk for cancer. We're the number one at risk for this, for that. So it's not a coincidence. All right. But today, the types of tips I usually give is the health benefits of a vegetable or fruits, a plant or an herb, an extract, for like, physical things to put in your body, mental things to put in your body, or in your mind, excuse me. Things like meditation, mindful breathing, metaphysical stuff, physical exercises. That's the type of stuff I share in that section. So today's health and wellness tip is just something I would hope we're all doing. There's a few people that are. Or if they are, they're not doing it enough. Showers. So I'm going to be talking about the health benefits of hot and cold showers to start your day. So hot and cold on your body. First of all, you're like your epidermal layer, your skin absorbs things too. So like just think about that when you're purchasing your lotion, purchasing your cosmetics, things you apply directly to your skin, your soap. You want to check the ingredients. If you see a word that you cannot pronounce, you better Google it and see what that does to the human body before applying it to your skin. But anyway, so hot and cold showers. I'll start with the cold for the benefits. Cold showers, they're good for circulation, blood flow, especially to your brain. Good for the skin. They help reduce swelling and inflammation. If you have swelling or inflammation anywhere in your body, that's what a good cold shower would do. That rush for fellas, it's really good to jumpstart your libido if you're having problems in that area. So like cold showers is really good for that. Now on to hot showers. Hot showers, they really just kind of help with upper respiratory problems. They clear the breathing the breathing passage. They help, get rid of all that phlegm, all that mucus up out of you. So like if you're an allergy sufferer, you might want to take a nice hot shower, as hot as you can stand it. Maybe put some mentholatum down in the shower with you to help open that breathing passage. Excuse me. I don't know why I'm so thick-tongued today, but they'll help open that breathing passage. Also, it'll open your pores. So if you got any blockages, any like oil or anything, it'll open your pores up. Also good for the hair and nails, skin, hair, and nails. It reduces swelling. So if you got, any parts of your body that's unnaturally swollen, it'll kind of help reduce swelling and all kinds of other benefits. So, helps with your pain as well. Helps numb pain, like if you're in pain, if you're having joint problems. That's what that is good for. That's equivalent to like a hot water soap. So like if you're stiff from a workout, or if you hyperextended or pulled a muscle, a nice hot shower. So the dangers, of course, when you do too much of anything. So if you take, excessive hot showers, like, you could damage some things. It's not good if you're already having heart problems. You might want to go lukewarm, mix hot and cold, go nice lukewarm. Cold showers are not good if you're having heart problems. Because, that shock of that cold can, send you into a pulmonary thing. So, too much of anything is a bad thing, but hot and cold showers, ladies and gentlemen, find out which one works best for you. Which do you see the most improvement? Everybody's body is different. Even though we are melanated, we're all different variations of each other. So like what works for me might not work for you. So you have to do your own due diligence. That's something I always say in this section when I'm giving the advice. Everybody, we all have a unique genetic makeup. So you got to find out what works for you. I'm just putting the knowledge out here. All right. On to my next section. And my next section is the speaking points of the day. And in this section, what I'm doing is addressing current issues that either directly impact us or include us. Something going on in our world, something we need to focus on or that concerns us, or if something's going on in the world, but just giving our perspective, talking from our perspective, basically just telling our story in this section, because history has taught us if you don't tell your story, you're going to have your story told for you. So that's what I'm attempting to do in this section, just come at the issue from our perspective. So today is not going to be hard at all, because today's speaking point has something to do directly with us. And today's speaking point is reparations. We love saying it, we love kicking around the phrase, but to all my non-original people listeners, this is why we need reparations. Why we should go after reparations. America was built upon our labor, and we never got compensated for it. And the same economic principles behind the construction of America is still being implemented and is still running the country today. Like the same, economic structure that was used, socioeconomic structure that was used to build and construct this country is the same, principle still in play today. So if we started it and never got paid for it, but you're still using it, I think some money is owed to us. Now, there are many different classes of us, many different groups of us. Most of us did not come over on slave ships. And that's just a fact. And why don't we have money? Well, because, like I just went over at the beginning of my podcast, we got labeled as black. And so, if you was already over here, it's going to take some doing to go up to one of these tribal councils and prove you are, Cherokee, prove you are Navajo, prove you are whatever, because these are the Eurasians sitting on these tribal councils, not the original people that was already over here. These are the Eurasian, the lighter ones. Sorry. So if you know, you know. So can't get the money like that. So how do we get the money? We get the money from our government. We got to stop this misnomer, this false information that they keep trying to put out about if they gave it to us, it would bankrupt the economy. How's it going to bankrupt something that doesn't exist? Like, we know, like, we need to knock the game off. Everybody knows America's is broke. I mean, they showed us they had the money during the pandemic when they gave us all that aid, when they borrowed all that money, when they minted all that money from our treasury to, help out with that. You got it, so give it up. So anyway, like, give it up. That's what we need to be doing as a people. We need to be laser focused on seeking reparations. We don't need to be arguing and bickering amongst each other. That needs to be the laser focus for the rest of this year and moving forward, because it will benefit all of us. We can't get distracted and short-sighted. Of course, group economics will also help us too immensely to support one another, to, promote each other like I promote people on my platform, promote other businesses, share that content on your platform if you're a content creator. But I think this is, something for all of us to engage in, for all of us to be doing. If you're a content creator, skits for reparations like Diddy, hip hop, community hip hop. This is like y'all's avenue, right? Y'all for the people. Like, this is why the culture was born. Like, now is the time. A few years ago, Diddy did the Rock the Vote, and people came out in record numbers. People that never voted a day in their life because of the Rock the Vote campaign. So let's not focus on just voting. Let's not just focus on just voting. We need to be focused on why our vote matters. We don't need to be concerned about party affiliations. We don't need to be concerned about Democrat, Republican, independent, grassroots, red state, blue state, left wing, right wing, conservative, whatever, liberal, conservative, whatever, all this jargon, all this political jargon. We need to just be focused on getting to the bag. All of us collectively as a people. You need to be hitting your Googles up, getting involved in the conversation, getting involved in the movement, find out if, the movements are legitimate, because there's a whole lot of thieves and agents amongst us that are notorious for that. So, you have to do your due diligence and discern who is real and who's not. But if there isn't a movement going on in your neck of the woods, create a movement for, the reparations, to keep the conversation going. Because this isn't a handout. This is money owed to us. This long overdue. And this will be, this will help build the future that we need. Like, a few of us, we're satisfied. The ones that made it out the hood, made their little millions of dollars. That's cool. But like, look what, some of y'all are minstrels. Like, let's be clear. Some of y'all is minstrels. Y'all not keeping it all the way real. You're doing things behind these closed doors and talking to people in these little circles, and you're getting your little bag. But the things that you're doing for the money, you paying more of an ultimate price. Like, you got everybody fooled in the eye of the public, and the paparazzi, you big smiling, you showing off your mansion and your yacht. But the disgusting, vile things you're doing for that money behind closed doors, like, you wouldn't have to do that if you got what was owed to you. and it's owed to all of us. And now, some of us will use this money, righteously, and some of us will use the money like we're using the resources that we currently have today in an unproductive manner. Some people is going to stay, even when they released it, it's going to stay like living dusty and broke. And that's just a fact. But does that mean as a people we shouldn't band together and get it? We can argue and bicker amongst each other later after we get the bag. We can talk about all the other stuff later. We can talk about all those other issues later. Like, we need to have a huddle. We need to get the bag. We need that conversation going. So everybody in the entertainment industry, all the influential people, I need to be using y'all's platform right now, pushing reparation talk. That's what we need to be doing instead of pushing all these other agendas like bring awareness to this, bring awareness to that, bring awareness to this and this rights and that rights and this rights and this. What about our right? How about let's get to that. Let's get to how we keep getting skipped over for the bag, and they done gave the bag to everybody except us. They gave the bag to the Asians. They gave the bag to the Italians. They gave the bag to the Jewish. And the Jewish Holocaust didn't even happen here in America, but they got a bag. Our situation, America directly caused and have benefited from causing it and still continue to benefit from it today. Still benefiting from it today. So we need to quit allowing people to negate and take away from and diminish and marginalize why we deserve this money, and keep on applying that pressure and stay on everybody's necks. Like, we need to be writing senators, governors, aldermen, whoever. We need to keep this conversation circulating, circumventing, and just, if nothing else, they're going to give it to us because they're tired of hearing us damn talk about it. If nothing else, just to shut us up. But we need to keep the conversation going. We can't keep on getting derailed and having all these town hall meetings, every time somebody like Kanye West gets to acting up, or whatever little current events keep on acting up. Because all them little flare-ups is just distractions to keep us diverted away from this talk. It's up for grabs right now. It's political season, and that needs to be the reason. We don't need no distractions. We don't need no excuses. We don't need nothing but whatever party your affiliation is, every single candidate to represent your party affiliation should be talking about that. They should be somewhere in their political notes, in their addresses, in their speeches, and I'm for that. All candidates, no matter what affiliation. That should be a whole thing right there. That should be a whole vibe. Yeah, so we just need to quit getting distracted. I'm imploring, I'm begging, I'm pleading, all, celebrities, all our celebrities that got a platform. We need to keep that conversation going. On the timelines, instead of taking up everybody else's struggles and awarenesses and all that, just keep the conversation laser focused on reparations. I don't know, make some t-shirts up, talk shows, specials, whatever, town hall meetings, just napalm bomb reparations. They owe us. It's not a handout. They owe us. And just get that, momentum going. Get that rhythmically going. Get that make that a whole mantra, like they owe us the reparations. You feel me? Like, but whatever we do, we can't keep on letting us just spin it. They just keep on spinning this. Every time we say reparations, they find a way to spin it. And we got to stop letting them spin it. So that's what that's why I stick a pin in it right there. I think I made my points. So that's my final thought of the day that's my, word for today. My speaking point for the day is the reparations. I can't express it any more importantly. I don't think I can say nothing else, but I think you get the gist. Like, reparations, all or bust. Like, it's time. It's 0 hour. It's literally 0 hour right now. So I'm gonna put a pin in it right there, and on to my very last section and close out for today. All right. So my very last section, and I'm gonna come to a close, is my final thought. My final thought of today is expectations. Expectations is very important. You must expect things in life. I know sometimes you get disappointed when things don't live up to your expectations, but you still need to have expectations if you want to truly manifest something. Because, everything has a vibration, everything has a frequency, everything has an energy. It can sense you, it can sense your thoughts. That's how it comes to you. Your expectation, because you expected it. So if you're working on a goal, you have to expect success. You have to expect to complete. You have to expect for it to, manifest into reality. Sometimes things don't happen for us because we never expected it to go well at all anyway. We defeated ourselves in our minds. We didn't expect to win anyway. We didn't expect it was going to work anyway. We didn't have any expectations. We didn't meet the situation. We didn't meet the problem with high expectations. Oh, I didn't think it was going to work anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're taking a test, and you say mentally in yourself, in your mind at school, like, I think I'm probably not going to pass this. And then what happens? You don't pass the test because you didn't have high expectations. You didn't expect to. So not only does your expectation have to be real or have to be high, it also has to be realistic. You have to have a realistic expectation. You can't just expect to go to the gym and squat press 500 pounds and you can't even curl a 2-pounder. You can have all the high expectations you want, that ain't gonna happen. Relationships. You can't expect to have a harmonious relationship if you're not in harmony with your own self, all by yourself. If you're not living a harmonious life all by yourself, how you want to expect to link with another individual and be happy? You have to have expectations in finance. You have to expect to have money one day. You got to start acting like it, having a speech pattern, welcoming the opportunity and the notion of having large quantities of money. But if you just got a broken mentality, I ain't never gonna have it. Sometimes you got to take a risk and a gamble. Just buy something really nice for yourself. It's not like hood rich, are you trying to impress? No, this is like letting your mind know it's real, letting your mind know it's possible. Like, don't be dumb if you know you ain't paid your monthly bills or whatever, like important pressing things. But like every once in a blue moon, buy you something really nice, something that you want. Don't rationalize it. Just do it. If you got the money, just get it. And now you know you can get it. because you just set your expectations for it. So now you know you can do it. You can do it. You can get it again. So I know this costs this much. I got to get this much to get like 2 or 3 of them. I like that. You know what I mean? So it's all about expectations. If you have high expectations, you will be rewarded for it. If you have low expectations, you're going to be greeted with, the low results of a low expectation. So expect success, expect happiness, expect peace, expect prosperity, expect progression. Expect change. Expect promise. Expect love. All right, so do your best to set an expectation, live up to the expectation, and you will surely see that expectation manifest into reality. Well, that'll do it for this episode of the Narrative Podcast. All I'm asking you to do is to please download this episode and all previously recorded episodes of the Narrative Podcast. And then also support my personal poetry blog. It's called Halsey's Poetry Corner at www.mrhalseysblogs.com. And the way you support that is sharing my poems on all platforms. So just hit that link up, share it on your Facebook, share it on your YouTube, share it on your Twitter, your Tumblr, your whatever, your TikTok, but just share them. And it's all to the good, all to the great. So please download this episode and our previously recorded episodes of the Narrative Podcast. Wherever you get your podcast from. The download button helps me the most, but you can share it, you can like it too, but definitely download it. I got all kinds of projects coming. Like I said, my platform is growing. More opportunities is coming for me because I expect them to. I expect you to support me. I expect you to get down with the movement with the brother. I expect a lot of things from my listening audience. I expect divine growth, So please download this episode and our previously recorded episodes of the Narrative Podcast. I also do lives. I never know what days I'm going to go live, but when I go live, this platform it broadcasts directly to my YouTube, directly to my Twitter. So the best way not to miss a live broadcast from me is to probably subscribe to my viewer channel on YouTube and click that notification bell, and you will see me when I'm live. Or follow me on Twitter. I'm Halsey Allen on Twitter. Follow me, and you will see, when I'm live there on YouTube. It's Halsey Allen too. So I'm pretty much on every single digital platform. I'm Halsey Allen. So when you're and then also last little bit, when you're downloading my podcast, make sure it's hosted by me, Halsey Allen, because there's several different Narrative Podcast to make sure you're downloading the correct one. It's me, my Halsey Allen, hosted by me. So when you're looking at wherever you're, getting the podcast from, well, I think I'm all talked out today. See you guys next week for sure. Continuously monitor wherever you get your podcast from so you don't miss a random live during the week. And I'm up out of here, guys. Peace, love. Thank you for supporting Halsey Allen and the Narrative Podcast. Signing off. And it's like that.
Set your place on fire. Put a little bit of shit, put a little bit of shit, get a little bit of gasoline. Put a little bit of shit,
You are now listening to the Narrative Podcast with Halsey Allen. The Narrative Podcast is changing the narrative one episode at a time.